Welcome back. I am doing something I've never done before and I want to bring you guys along. I'm having a yard sale. I've never had my own before. My parents had them when I was a kid growing up, but I've never had one in my adult life. So we're doing it. This is a multi-family sale. Big disclaimer here. This is not all my stuff that I'm selling. I've contacted all my family members saying, hey, if you have stuff you want to get rid of, you want to sell, bring it over. If you are new here, my name is Hannah, obviously. Secondhand Hannah on all the social medias. I love anything and everything secondhand. I love a good deal. Thrift shopping, yard sales, estate sales, flea markets, name a sale, I'll probably be there. Church sales. So if you don't already follow me on Instagram, go follow me there, especially if you're in the Pittsburgh area, because I'm always sharing the local sales. Anyways, I thought it'd be fun to bring you guys along like the process of planning and organizing and preparing for a yard sale, show you a little bit about the sale, and then we'll recap after the sale of how it went. This is gonna be a crazy busy week, but I'm very excited. I think it'll be fun experience. While I'm rambling, in the comments, I want to know, if you don't mind sharing, I want to know how much you have made from your yard sale, garage sale, whatever, in the past. Because I'm hearing like, I see people say like, I made $13. I've seen, like I said, other people are like, I made $2,500 in a one-day, few-hour sale. So mine's 2 days from 8 to 4. I try to make it as long as possible to get as many people here. I'm gonna advertise as much as I can. Let me know your experience. I'm just curious. I think this stuff is cool. Today is Tuesday, a couple more days until our big yard sale. We've got another carload of stuff. This load is from my parents' house. I picked up a load from my aunt's house yesterday. Tyler picked up some stuff. He's ready to get out of the car. Picked up some stuff with his truck, and it's actually incredible what you can fit in the back of a Subaru with a car seat in here as well. This is some of the outdoor furniture that my aunt gave me, which was very nice of her to sell at my yard sale. It's just laid out like this because Tyler pressure washed it yesterday. Our basement has just been like my dumping zone for the past couple months, and I set up some tables and I want to get everything priced down here. And then Thursday, or yeah, probably Thursday, I'll move everything outside or to the garage for the sale on Friday. So there's no real like organization or method to my madness here, but right here is where I've been doing all my pricing. I got some tagging guns off of Facebook Marketplace. I got a whole box of supplies, of tagging supplies. Tags, so for all the clothes, I've been writing like men's, women's, baby, toddler, the size and the price. Tagging it, like this bin right here is all baby, toddler stuff. These bags, I believe, are women's, men's. I've labeled like what I've thrown. That's all tagged. That's random stuff I need to tag. This bag is gonna be like a quarter, 50 cent, $1 stuff that like once it gets closer to the sale, I'll have like a box of stuff for a quarter, a box of stuff for 50 cents, just so I don't have to individually tag each one of those things. All of this stuff over here is tagged already. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed because I still have a whole load of stuff upstairs I need to carry down, tag it. I know it's not the most convenient to bring everything into the basement and then have to take it back up and outside, but I didn't want to overfill my garage, and I'd rather just do everything down here. Bo's asleep, he's napping, so just, I don't know. This is what my entryway is looking like right now. It's a mix of things like this stroller, this bin, of stuff that needs to go into the basement, and then stuff I need to carry downstairs to price and kind of organize a little bit better. I came over to my garage because I want to try and paint a sign for the little lemonade stand that we're doing. My niece and nephew, Ty and Thea, are doing, I should say. I grabbed what paint I have. I don't have a ton of paint supplies, and I have some cardboard, and let's try painting a sign. This might have to be something I do when Bo's asleep, so we might pack it up and go back in the house. Today is Wednesday. We have a lot to do before my yard sale this weekend. Right now, I am going to put out my signs just down the street this way, down the street that way. It is raining, and I think it's gonna rain all week. It is what it is. We'll figure it out. I got my signs put out. Now I am back down in my basement, back down in the basement. Bo's asleep, he's napping, and I'm just trying to get some more things tagged and organized. I'd like to get things organized in the basement as far as like, this table is clothes, this table is, what is that? Like household stuff, baby stuff, kitchen stuff, so that when we're moving everything over to the garage and outside, it's easy to just lay out on a table or hang up. A few things I want to show you that is helpful to me. I'm no yard sale pro. I've said this is my first one myself, but a couple things I like to have like on hand with me as I'm tagging things and getting things prepped. I'll show you. Oh, these are some things I need to tag. Ignore the mess. I think I mentioned I got tagging guns off of Facebook Marketplace, and it was a box of like 4 or 5 of them. It came with everything, like hundreds of these, hundreds of tags, and then I'm just writing with a Sharpie the size, the price, and if it's like men's, women's, or babies. I probably don't need to add that, but you know. Anyways, so definitely Sharpies or a pen. I don't think you necessarily need the tagging gun. I think for clothes, it has made it super easy for me. I'm sure there's another method. And then I saw this online, painter's tape for other items you can't really tag and a sticker might not stick to well. I can wrap painter's tape around it. I'll try and show you something. And just write with Sharpie on there, because it also comes off pretty easy, so it won't damage the item you're putting it on. And then all of these, you've seen these everywhere, I'm sure. I'll try and add them to my Amazon storefront, but my mom gave me these probably from the last yard sale she had. So there's a bunch already pre-made, and then there's empty ones you can write a price on. This is a little fuzz shaver. Is that what it's called? If you have one, you know what it is, and it works great. I found this one at the thrift store, I think for $5 or $6. But anyways, I use it on all of my clothes, but as I was tagging things, sweaters, whatever, it's kind of helpful to hit it with this, just to clean it up a little bit, make it look a little better. So you don't need this by any means, but makes things look brand new again. It is now Wednesday night, and I am down here in the basement trying to do a couple things before I go to bed. I just put Bo down for bed. Anyways, my mom, this is one of the things my mom gave me to sell. It's this game called Outburst, and I just looked at it, and I know, you guessed it, I think I want to keep it. I don't know, it looks kind of fun. It's like, one, it's old, and you know I love old stuff. Hold on, let me open it. From what I understand, it's played in teams, and there's all of these cards with different topics. Occupations that begin with G, and then you put the card in here, you slip it in there, and it shows you a bunch of occupations that begin with G. So I'm guessing like your team has to guess as many as they can in the time. I didn't read all the instructions. Here I am supposed to be pricing things, and I'm looking at this instead. So I don't know, we might keep that, but also like, look how fun this is. Like they don't make it like this anymore. I feel like I need to keep gestures as well. See, this is just like a classic. Oh, yeah, I think I need to keep this. Look. Yep, I think I do need to keep this. I think I remember playing this as a kid. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, so now I need to get some friends and have them over so we can play gestures. gestures. You know what I'm trying to say. It's been a long day. It's about 10 p.m. I think, so I'm gonna go to bed, I think. It's Wednesday night. We have one more full day of prep work. So, and then tomorrow, I just have a few more things to tag. I'll show you. So these few things, I think those are like purses and bags. I forget what's in that box. That's miscellaneous items. This stuff still needs prices on it, which shouldn't take too long. And then, oh yeah, and that box I showed you. And then everything can go over to be set up. All right, good night. Today is Thursday. I'm at my parents' house and I'm taking a couple more tables to borrow for my yard sale. I already have like 4 of their tables, I think. They have lots of folding tables, but I think I'm gonna need a couple more. This might get knocked over. I also took some boxes from my parents' house. These are like good sturdy boxes. I have lots of bags, plenty of bags. This once again is for the chicken food. Doesn't go in here. Thanks, Bo. Yeah, I have plenty of bags at my house ready to go, grocery bags, stuff like that. But in case someone needs a good sturdy box to put their stuff in, whatever they're buying, I'll have some of those on hand. I have a few more at home too, so should be good to go there. We are back home, Bo and I. We went to Costco. We're in the garage right now, setting up a couple tables. It's also tricky though because the garage is like my dry spot. They are calling for rain, so we'll see. But there's a lot of things I'd love to just like set out in the yard. But if it's raining, we got to figure something else out. Currently trying to move some things around in the garage so that like this stuff, not for sale. Like I said, Tyler likes, I don't know if you'd say collecting gym equipment, but we have a pretty good setup. Everything's kind of condensed right now here in the garage if we ever want to work out here. Anyways, 100-pound plates that I'm trying to just move from here to there. So I'll get it. I thought the 45s were heavy, but Bo's gonna chop them up. We got it, huh? Final preparation day. Today is Thursday. Bo's down for a nap. I just wasted about at least 30 minutes on something that has nothing to do with the yard sale. That's on me. It's precious time, Hannah. Get it together. My mom gave me a bin of my great-grandma's stuff to look through, like glassware and stuff, and I had not seen it. I wanted to look through it. Then I like wanted to clean it anyways. And I was like, this has nothing to do with the yard sale because I'm not selling it. So back in the basement, I need to finish tagging this stuff and then we're gonna start moving stuff to the garage. I have to hurry because I'd like to get a lot of stuff moved before Bo wakes up, because running in and out of the house, it's hard to keep track of him. But I want to get tagged while I'm over here because I have more space. And then when I take it to the garage, I want to like organize, like this table is kitchen stuff, this table is home decor, whatever. So I'm gonna stop talking and start working. Let's go. Just a quick update. I think I have everything that's being sold priced. Okay, stuff over here. This is all gonna be free. Old rags, pots, planning pot, you can't really see those. Car seat base is expired, way expired. I didn't know if anyone, these pots, Tyler said I could maybe like wrap them all together and put a price on them, which is true potentially, but they're pretty used. So I don't know. This stuff, like a random pillowcase, who's gonna buy that unless they want the fabric? I would be intrigued by free stuff, so that's why I'm having a free pile. Also, I'd rather if someone could use it for whatever reason, crafts, old rags. Like my mom had a bag of old kitchen towels she was gonna toss, and I was like, I'll put it for free. Someone could maybe use them, right? I'm out of breath from running up and down the steps, but I think I'll take this load of stuff over to the garage, try and get it laid out on tables and organized, and then I'll grab the rest of the stuff. I don't want to throw everything over there and then be overwhelmed. You know what they say, work smarter, not harder. I just threw together this sign really quick, or painted this sign really quick for Ty and Thea's lemonade stand. Thought it was pretty cute. Could it be better? Yeah, but we tried. All right, now I'm gonna start putting stuff out on tables. I might set up another table right here that will then be moved outside tomorrow. I have to price some things that have been sitting in the garage and that weren't in the house. And yeah, let's go. Guess I'm not selling that. Ugh, I can't believe I did that. Bo is up from his nap, so I have to go inside. This is what we've got out so far. That's like home decor stuff. That table is like office slash miscellaneous. This is like kitchen stuff slash miscellaneous. I popped this table up. I'm gonna put stuff on it. It's not gonna stay here. And then in the morning we can just carefully pick up the table and move it out. These racks I'd like to put outside under a tent. Bunch of empty boxes now that I'm putting everything out, so I'm just gonna set those inside, get them out of the way. And yeah, but I gotta go get Bo. Who knew I could fit so much stuff in my garage? I'm gonna try. Man, I'm out of breath. It's like almost 9 o'clock at night. I have pretty much everything out, I think, well, as much as I can in the garage. There's gonna be stuff sitting outside tomorrow, but I want everything to be covered tonight in case it rains tonight, and just like the moisture, I don't want stuff sitting out. Anyways, I'm gonna try shoving one more table right here, and then that table and this table will move outside tomorrow, if you can see. And then there's like a little U shape here. People can come in the garage. Hopefully this is a good idea. I thought it was. Everything is 25 cents a piece. There are a bunch of cards in there. I said 4 for a quarter. Everything in here is 25 cents a piece. It's just a lot smaller. I didn't want it getting lost in there. And then 50 cents a piece and $1. If things are $1, I kind of already priced them, so I don't have a ton in this basket. I'm sure, I think my mom's bringing more stuff over. We'll throw more in there as the next couple days go on. It is currently 8:40 in the morning. It technically started at 8, but there were people here at 7:45, which is fine. I don't mind that. I was pretty much set up by then, so. Just wrapped up day 1 of my first ever yard sale, and I'd call it a success. Good morning. Today is Saturday, final day of my yard sale. It is like 7 a.m. maybe, not even yet. I'm not sure if you can't tell by my voice. But here we go. Everything is shoved in my garage. So the rain held off pretty well yesterday. We will see about today. It looks pretty clear, but it looks like we're gonna get like a little spurt at 8 or 9. I don't know. So I'm like trying to figure out what to do. I have a couple pop-up tents right here, and I have to wait till my mom gets here though, because I don't think I can set it up myself. I might just set them up to be safe, because we had a lot of stuff sitting outside yesterday. Oh my gosh, funny story, I forgot to tell you guys really quickly. I think my camera's gonna die. I'll try to record some stuff on my phone throughout the day, but once people start coming, I like forget. I made like a little flyer and put it on Facebook, like different Facebook groups, and then I just like listed it on Marketplace, like I was selling something, but it was the flyer for my sale. Anyways, I had a lady message me and say, hey, I totally understand if you say no to this, but could I come set up a table at your yard sale to sell some stuff? Her and her husband are downsizing, and their new neighborhood doesn't allow yard sales. And I was like, come on over, girl. So I have a lady I've never met coming in about a half hour to set up her stuff. So yeah, it should be great. I love stuff like that though. Like that's what it's supposed to be about. It is Saturday evening. My yard sale is officially over. Let's talk about it. I want to recap my personal experience with my first ever yard sale. The burning question, is it worth it? Is it worth having a yard sale? Personally, short answer, yes. I could 100% see how a lot of people would say no. It is a lot of time and effort. A lot. Granted, I wanted things to be very organized, so I invested a lot of time into it. You could easily throw stuff out on a table. People ask what the price is, you make one up on the spot. People do that. If you are basing whether or not to have one off of like how much effort you put in and the income you're gonna make off of it, that ratio is way off. I have a lot more hours into this than it's worth. But again, I wanted to do it. How much money did I make? Around $350 in the 2 days of the sale. My question is, does it depend on the area? Does it depend on where you're at? I kept my prices pretty low, and then like the last day towards the end, I was like giving stuff away. And so technically, if I would have counted every single quarter that I had stuff listed for, probably could have made a little bit more, but like it's a yard sale. I wanted my prices to be low. I love going to yard sales. I was trying to think from the shopper's perspective what I would want prices to be, so I really tried to keep that in mind and just I accepted pretty much every offer unless it was like a low baller, which I have a story about that. Lastly, things I did that I found successful or just things I've learned overall from this experience. We had a free pile. I don't think this is like a new idea. I'm sure tons of people do this. And it was actually pretty successful. I think you can tell a reseller walking up. Let me preface this by saying I am not against resellers. Sometimes I have a hard time with the attitude that I get from resellers, whether that's in a thrift store, at a yard sale. I don't know if entitlement is the right word, and this is not everyone. I have met and talked to resellers who are very nice people and understand that a thrift store, for example, is open to the public. Anyone can go in there. Anyone can purchase items from the thrift store. Just because reselling is their full-time job, sometimes I'm assuming they feel that they are more entitled to whatever. This guy pulls in my driveway, hops out of his truck, leaves his truck running, I think left his door open, is running through my area, my yard, my area. As soon as he gets out of his truck, he goes, "You tricked me." And I was like, "What?" I didn't like fully hear him at first. Like, "I'm sorry, what'd you say?" "You tricked me. You said this was gonna be a big yard sale." And I was like, "Oh, like, I'm sorry. I thought this was." I don't know. To me, it's big. It's a lot of stuff. I guess to him it wasn't because he's so experienced with yard sales. And he was like, "Oh, it's fine. I do the same thing when I'm doing a yard sale. I trick people to get them to come." And I'm like, "Okay, I did, like, it wasn't a trick, but whatever." And I had a Nike jacket with the tag still on it. I never wore it. I think I paid like $30. It was on sale. That was the most expensive clothing item, not the $8 pants. This jacket was $10. I had it for, and he rips it off the rack and was like, $5. And I'm like, okay. I wanted to say, if you would have hopped out of your truck with a better attitude and not have been rude, we'll say, yeah, maybe I'd say have it for $5. But he was just not a nice person from the start and just had this attitude. And I was like, no. So anyways, we're going back and forth. I think I gave it to him for $8. Grabs a purse off. It was just the way he was like carrying himself that I was like, "You're frustrating me. Leave. I don't want to tell you anything." And he's like, "Well, I gotta make money somehow." And I'm like, "Oh, sorry, what?" And he's like, "I'm a full-time reseller." And I'm like, "Okay, like, that's cool, man. But just because you chose that as your profession does not mean I am then required to sell you my stuff for cheap just so then you can go make a profit." Anyways, that was the only customer I had in the 2 days that just left a sour taste in my mouth, and it ended fine. I was like, good luck with your job. Thing I learned, I knew this, but I really learned it, especially today. The weather sucks. You can't control the weather, especially in Pennsylvania. You know the jokes about how like 1 second it's sunny and the next second it's raining or snowing. It's true. The memes, the jokes, it's all true, okay? And I still have stuff left, so that's another question. Like, what are we doing with this stuff that's left over? Now I'm going to take my signs down. I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye!